No need to look any further, you chose the right station. You're now tuning in with Mr. Cowboy Nation for all your latest sport reports across the nation. So don't change your channel, you chose the right station. You're now tuning in with Mr. Cowboy Nation. So don't change your channel, you chose the right station. You're now tuning in with Mr. Cowboy Nation for all your latest sport reports across the nation. No need to look any further, you chose the right station.
Fighting!
Mr. Cowboy Nation.
Blue corner.
You chose the right station. Mr.
8 inches tall.
Mr. Cowboy Nation.
Weighing in at a slim trio 195 pounds. Hail from Memphis, Tennessee. He is the reigning, defending heavyweight champion of the world.
Talk to them. Talk to
Stand to
them.
your feet and acknowledge him.
Talk to
The
them.
Black Nature Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboy Nation.
Yes, sir. Say it one more time for the people in the back of that thing.
Nation.
Yeah, just like that. How y'all doing this evening? Gonna try to get the computer. It's dead. We good. We ready to roll. All right. How y'all doing this evening? Hope y'all ready to talk some footballs. I'm coming in hot. I got some stuff to say. I'm pretty sure gonna ruffle some feathers, but the truth is the truth. And somebody gotta say it. Can you dig it? So, welcome to Let's Talk Football with Mr. Cowboy Nation. I am your host, Mr. Cowboy Nation. Let's Talk Football with Mr. Cowboy Nation is brought to you by Snap Pick Productions. YouTube channel, Mr. Cowboy Nation. Or IG underscore Mr. Cowboy Nation underscore. Of course, this page, draw Mr. Cowboy Nation McNary. And the page solely dedicated to the show, Let's Talk Football with Mr. Cowboy Nation. Like, subscribe, those are all the ways you can keep up with the show. Let's Talk Football with Mr. Cowboy Nation is more football oriented, so that page is all things football. So you keep up with the show as well as all things football, right? So cool page to follow if you're not doing so already. All right. So Cash App donations. You'll see the producer drop the Cash App tag down there on the front of the desk. You know that lovely fella on the front. Yeah, you dig it. We're not asking for a specific amount. Any amount is cool. Can you dig it? We're available. The audio to these shows are available wherever you get your podcasts, right? My personal favorite being Spotify. So when you go on Spotify, you search Let's Talk Football with Mr. Cowboy Nation. And the reason we tell you to search Let's Talk Football with Mr. Cowboy Nation, with Mr. Cowboy Nation, very important. So the reason we tell you to search with Mr. Cowboy Nation is because there's a lot of Let's Talk Footballs, but there's only one Let's Talk Football with Mr. Cowboy Nation. Can you dig it? Yeah. All right, see, I know what that means, right? Let me get the people that came to see this evening. Let's get into it. Yeah, Petty, Pendergrass. It's in the bill. Let's go, man. All right, so we getting down to the end of this, so ain't a lot of people coming over no more. Everybody came over here last because they had to go home for shows. Just like these cats, they got to go home for shows. Better look next year. So Green Bay Packers, come on down here and see me. Green Bay Packers, after winning the Super Bowl last week, snatch defeat from the jaws of victory multiple times. Oh my God. If they wasn't dropping pick sixes, Frederick Lee, what it do, man? So, also, y'all, I'm going to get back on Green Bay in a minute. So, comment section, comment. I'll shoot y'all in the comments. We can chop it up at. But anywho, Green Bay snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. If they wasn't going for, why would you go for, you up 3-0. Why would you go for it well within, you on the 10-yard line? Why you going for it? It's 3-0, you early in the game. You trying to get a lead. Why go for it? And it's a 3-point staring you in the face in the playoff game. And you end up losing by 3. Right. So that's the difference between Green Bay and Kansas City was losing and decided to go for 3 in that situation and ended up winning by 3. Green Bay was winning and declined the 3 and ended up losing. Wow. Not only that, you dropping pick sixes. What man? Just oh my God. Jordan Love thought Dre Greenlaw played for Green Bay. Right? He 2 picks to Greenlaw to a linebacker. Right? Like, oh my Green Bay. So, yeah, come on down here after winning the Super Bowl. After winning the Super Bowl last week. It's okay, you won the Super Bowl last week. All right, so let's see to why I'm really here. Why I'm really here. Tyler Bass, come on down here. So, if you ever want to piss a Bills fan off, right? 2 words I had to say was wide left. You ever want to piss a Bills fan off, say wide left. But now, thanks to Tyler Bass, you can say wide right too. So now you can't miss. You can't miss. You want to piss a Bills fan off, you now have the option of saying wide left or wide right. Oh my, Tyler Bass. Oh my. But I ain't got much. We go. Let's go ahead and get a word from the sponsor. We got
Introducing SnapX Podcast Network. Give your voice a platform through podcasting. If you're thinking about starting a podcast or already have one, let us help you. Contact us when you're ready at www.snapxpodcast.com. That's www.snapxpodcast.com. The SnapX Podcast Network.
all right, y'all. So we got the preliminaries out the way. I had to go and rush through. Sorry, I had to rush through. Here wasn't really nobody. You know, this division around, all the games were pretty good. Nobody really blew it except for Green Bay. But all right, so did you see that moment? This week, did you see that moment comes from the Kansas City Chiefs Buffalo Bills game. Let's go check that out.
Sliding left. On the go. Throws. End zone. Touchdown.
Oh, my
The
God.
Bills score from
Dude,
13
that
yards
throw.
out.
Y'all
Shakir
got
holds
to see
it
this
in.
ball placement on the show.
Dime,
Watch
not
this.
a donkey,
Yes.
by Josh Allen into the
Oh,
corner
my God,
of the
dude.
end
That
zone
finna show
to
another
give
angle.
Buffalo the lead.
Look what this ball placement is. Oh, my God, that's beautiful.
What a throw.
It is absolutely, positively beautiful. Oh, my
One of
Josh
the
Allen.
biggest moments
my
of
in
his
a good
career.
way,
He's had a
Josh
bunch
Allen.
of them, right? If they're lucky enough to win this game.
No, when I say, oh, man, something bad happened. But nah, man, see, it's plays like that, right? So, I understand now. I understand what the infatuation which I understand. After watching him and Mahomes, which we're going to talk about later, I understand why, and I'm going to elaborate on that a little later. All right, let me get that ball. Let me pack me some game balls out. Go get that thing out there. All right, so game balls. Isaiah Pacheco, the Kansas City Chiefs. Isaiah Pacheco, man, I love to watch that kid run. All right, so Isaiah Pacheco, Kansas City Chiefs. Jared Goff. Dude, what's the man? Did Jared Goff look like an elite QB in that playoff? Like, Jared Goff looked really good, right? So, Jared Goff of the Detroit Lions. So, check this stat line out right here. Lamar Jackson, Action Jackson, Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson had 152 yards passing. You said not much. 152 yards, not much. 2 touchdowns, right? 152 yards passing with 2 touchdowns. Check this out. Another 100 yards rushing with another 2 more touchdowns on top of the 2 that he passed for. So he passed for 150, rushed for another 100 with 2 more touchdowns. and they run the ball, and they play defense, and they got a quarterback that's doing that. Good luck. Good luck stopping Baltimore. Good luck. DJ, why am I shooting these people out? That be for your boy, man.
And you can't see my eyes unless my head is bent. You dig?
All right, so let's get into the meat and potatoes. Question of the day. Right? Question of the day. Is the Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen rivalry the best in the league right now? Right? Is that our new Peyton Manning, Tom Brady? Right? So, anytime Peyton Manning and Tom Brady got to get in the playoffs, it was epic. This is starting to, I will argue this is better. Right? I will argue this is better than Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. You understand? So it's just from a standpoint of the athleticism, right? So Tom Brady and Peyton Manning were more cerebral, reading the defenses. You may say one was stealing signals and cheating, but hey, it's neither here nor there, right? But it was more cerebral. But with these kids, like you see that throw Josh Allen made on the highlight, right? So, and Mahomes, it's Mahomes. He's the guy, right? He's amazing. So it's must see TV. The 15-second game, right? So, and I understand. Now I understand. Like watching that game, I understand the hype for Josh. I understand why all the analysts and everyone is just in love and just sold on Josh Allen because he looks really great in big games. Like there was a huge game and Josh Allen was Superman. It just he ran into. They had a Superman too, right? And they Superman was a little bit better, right? So, and that Superman that was a little bit better just so happened to be the dog. He's the top dog. Like he's the best this league has to offer, right? And so Josh Allen going toe for toe with the best this league has to offer, right? That said something. That said something. I'm sorry, but that said something. So just seeing that, just really, I was like, yeah, I understand now. Cause like, yeah, I understand. I understand the love affair with Josh Allen because he looks really good, right? In big games, but he's just a flight risk. He would throw that ball. He would really throw the ball away, man. All right, so all right, let's get into it, man. I guess I'll go ahead and get into it. Let me go ahead and get into it. All right, Dak Prescott situation, the family comments. What do I think? What's my take on with Terrence Parsons Jr., CeeDee Lamb mama, right? What do I think? So this is all I've been talking about on ESPN this morning. And I'm gonna say this. Marcus Spears he did make a point, but I'm gonna bring his point up to go somewhere, right? So Marcus Spears was basically like, why nobody defended? Like the teammates not saying nothing. Like Michael Parsons came out and said, hey, I love my team. What he said is solely his views. I love my team. I'm committed to bringing the championship to the greatest fan base. Never said Dak is my guy. I don't agree. We love Dak. Didn't say that. Now keep in mind, same Michael Parsons, who slick took a shot at Dak last year when he blew the San Francisco game. You can say what you want. Dak blew the San Francisco game in San Fran last year. That's on Dak. So, Michael Parsons said, hey, you notice the teams that's left got QBs on rookie contracts, right? It's with the exception of Kansas City, but yeah, everybody else got a QB on the rookie. At that time, Jalen Hurts was still on the rookie deal, right? So, yeah. So, I mean, are you insinuating that we are paying the quarterback too much and that money needs to go to building a strong defense and run game. And you're right, it should. But I'm just saying that's what Michael Paulson said last year. Sound like a shot at Dak to me, right? So, and then your brother says what he says. You never say, hey, Dak is our guy. CeeDee Lamb mom says what she says. Right? We hadn't heard a peep out of CeeDee Lamb. I'm not with that. I don't agree with what mom said. Dak ain't heard a peep. Right? So we heard Jay release a statement. We expect Dak to be with us for a long time, but what does that really mean? What does that really mean? Right? So if Dak starts stinking it up in the regular season like he did in the playoffs these last 3 years, you still gonna expect? I don't. You still gonna expect Dak to be around? If it gets to the point where, because I'm gonna be honest. Look like there's a blueprint or book developing on how to play Dak. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. And let's think about this league. This league will figure you out. It will figure you out. So I hate to be the guy. I hate to be I told you so guy, right? But I had to be the I told you so guy. So I remember when Dak Prescott was a rookie and he won 11 games straight. I said, when Tony Romo is healthy, we should put Tony Romo in and let Dak learn from Tony Romo, especially in the playoff run. Do you understand the information that Dak would have gained watching Tony Romo make a run in the playoffs on how to attack coverages, how to read defense? Do you understand the information Dak would have gained if he would have sat behind Tony Romo for that postseason and maybe the year after? I said he needs to sit for a year. But if Dak had a sat behind Romo, and I don't think we can't even argue about how Romo reads. He's in the booth predicting plays. So clearly he can see what's going on pre-snap, right? I don't play cousin. She said Jerry just be saying right, but like I said, what they really mean, right? So you can't really hold that, I don't really hold that because I'm with her. Jerry just be saying stuff. At the end of the day, Lamb was out of line. It's about respect. And that's the thing. Like, I really think it was slick disrespect. Well, ain't no slick. It was disrespectful. Lamb did what Parsons' brother. It was disrespectful. I do. So the fact that nobody from the team said, "Hey, chill out," right? No teammate said, "Hey, chill out." So that's what's alarming, right? So all right, so I say that to say this. So these are players. Like, I'm not talking about nobody in the upper office. The guys in the trenches with you. That says a lot. How the guys in the trenches with you react to me, that says a lot. So, the San Francisco game. Y'all know how pissed I was. How pissed I was about, with Dak, how dejected, how I was done with Dak after the San Francisco game, right? So, one of the reasons why, since a rookie, I've been saying Dak leaves stuff on the field. I've been saying this since year one, right? I almost forgot I said it. Like I'm saying that year one. So the Dante Whitner used to play for San Francisco. They interviewed him post game after the San Francisco game, right? And he came off a little harsh, but he's a 49. You can expect it, right? So Dak sucks. They hiding Dak. They got him reading half the field, right? So this a Pro Bowl NFL safety said this is what he saw from a decent. Like, he ain't even playing no more. He been out of the league, right? He just sitting on the sideline. So what do a guy on the field see? If a guy sitting on the sideline that used to be on the field sees this, right? So I've been saying, and when he said, I said, damn, I've been saying that about Dak since a rookie. That 13-yard, that 14-yard completion good, but you had a touchdown on the backside. You need to read the whole field. We wide, we butt naked back here. There's 7 points, right? So I've been saying that since a rookie. And when I heard him say this just rung a bell, I was like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's just and you hear Fangio come up with the scheme. So they're basically changing the reads, posing pre-snap. It looks like he's struggling to read defenses on the fly. Like you show up to him pre-snap, he got you, right? But if I show you this pre-snap, change it. Another thing, I forgot about this, James Slater. Anonymous player from the Cowboys pulls her to the side, says, Dak panics when the first read is not there. A player said this, right? So, again, guys in the trenches with you, they see you more than anybody else, right? So, I'm a whole weight to what a player is saying more than somebody's brother, somebody's mother. You see what I'm saying? They a fan just like me. They were pissed just like me. They said what they said, right? So, but the guys in the trenches, like I just tend to hold a little bit more weight in that, right? So, again, it explains a lot. When the player said, "Hey, he panics when the first read is not there," explains a lot. Explains how he threw three picks in San Francisco. Especially when one he threw, CeeDee Lamb killing the dude in the slot, could possibly take it to the touchdown on the backside, right? So, you know what I'm saying? So I just think people are they getting tired of this, and we all tired of it. You know what I'm saying? We all tired of it. I'm tired of it, but I just don't know. I feel like. Again and again, I hate to be piling on Dak like this, but man, you can make a case that Dak is the reason that game got out of hand this year. Like we talk about the defense gave up all the points, and don't get me wrong, I'm not laying the loss at Dak's feet because the defense was atrocious, right? Nope, can't deny that defense was atrocious, but it's two sides to every coin. Dak did spot them 14 points in the first half. I'm just can we acknowledge that Dak did spot them 14 points in the first half, right? So you talking about a 28-point swing potentially if you don't throw the pick six, if you don't throw the pick deep in your own territory, and you do your job and go down and score touchdowns. That's a 28-point swing. We lost by 12, right? So. I'm just saying, like, the defense was horrible, but the defense did make some stops in that game. They did punt. I'm just saying they did punt now. It's not like they didn't punt not once. The defense made some stops. It was 27-0 at one point. And like I said, Dak spotted them 14 of that 27. So if Dak stays clean the first half, they score 13 points. If Dak don't throw the 2 picks and don't score, it's 13-7 going in half. That's a totally different game. Right? So I'm not with just putting it all on the defense because like I said, it all looked bad. The defense looked bad, the offense looked bad, the play calling looked bad, the game plan looked limited. It all looked bad. I was with Herb. All the asses got to go. Like you can get rid of everybody. Like like it all looked bad. But I think as a fan base, a lot of us, when I say us, I mean Cowboys fans, a lot of us look for a reason to let Dak off the hook. Our defense played bad. You can't blame Dak. Bullshit. I can't blame Dak. And he spotted them 14 points in the first. I can blame Dak too. Dak was just as fault as the defense. And like I said, you can make the case that Dak didn't help the defense at all. He didn't help him at all. He left and how many times have we said that about Dak this year? He left the defense out to dry, right? And again, I'm not taking the defense off the hook because they have failed to make key stops throughout the year as well. So it all looks bad. Right? So, I mean, they punted, though. They punted, right? So what did we do with the punts? They punted twice. What do we do with the punts? You see what I'm saying? What do we do with the punts? Like, if they punt and you score, Like the offense at some point has to score. The offense at some point said, man, my play cousin going hammer in his comment section. It said, but the issue was Romo. She said Romo ass wasn't no better in the playoffs. Yeah. He predicted plays in the booth, but he was messing up on the field. I think so. The thing with Romo was he was a flight risk. Like I'm not saying he was Tom Brady. Romo screwed us out of some games too, out some big games as well. I think toward the end of Romo's career, the game really slowed down. Because like if you see him that last full season he was playing top 5 QB, but his body was gone. If you sneeze on him, he out. You know what I'm saying? Like his body had failed him, right? So, but I think the two never lined up. I think like I said, the game started slowing down right at the end of his career. But his body was done. His body was done by the time that happened, so now I was told it was a meeting. Hold on. But they should have come out public. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, so you said it was a meeting about what happened, but they exactly. Somebody should have said something publicly. Yeah, she said it, but she also backtracked because she was emotional. Like a lot of us were emotional behind that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say I really don't put a lot of stock in what the brother and what the mother said because they're emotional. Like I say it's a mess. You know what I'm saying? But I just didn't put it on Twitter and hit send. Or put it on Facebook. So you never know what they saying behind the scenes. Yeah, everybody tired. What about the defense? Like I said, the defense looked terrible too, Frederick. It all looked bad. Right? So, and I'm finna get to the real problem. He spotted 14. He threw a pick 6, and he also threw a pick deep in our own territory. Green Bay had the ball 1st and 10 on the 19-yard line. Right? So, yeah. So you basically on you expect the defense to, would you want the defense to get a pick 6 and score? Like, that's a bad spot to put your defense in. And they end up scoring 7 off that. 7-7 is 14. Right? So, I mean, you screwed your defense. So, and another thing, this the 28th ranked run defense. Why we not throwing every run play we got at them? Right? So you can point fingers at any and everybody. Quinn, McCarthy, Dak, the defense. You can point fingers at any and everybody. And you're right. It all looked bad. Right? So the play calling and everything, it looked bad. Both the picks was in the first half. I think the first pick was in the first quarter. I think the other one was in the second quarter. So both the picks was in the first half. That's why it was 27-0. That pick 6 made it 27-0. Joe, what it do? Yeah, the second pick made it 27-0. It just looked bad on both sides of me. It looked bad on both sides. Cause Romo you said Romo. I mean, at this point, can you say one was better than the other? Their playoff record is identical. And this is what we talking about. We're not talking about regular season. He fine in regular season. We talking about play. We talking about postseason now. They record about the same. They got the same amount of playoff wins. Right? So, and that's all I'm saying. So, I mean, and that's another thing. When I said Dak needs to sit behind Romo, learn how to read defense, and which I don't understand. The reason I said that is because Dak Prescott ran a spread offense in college. That's a long way from a pro style offense. Like you have to, That's not an easy transition. Like, that's not an easy transition for a first round QB. You see what I'm saying? Let alone a fourth. So I feel like he needed to sit. There was a lot of stuff Dak missed out on in his development. He should have sat. And you look at Jordan Love, you see how far along Jordan Love was? Jordan Love sat. Right? So, like, the days is just, I mean, some of these rookies you can throw out there, but nah, we didn't handle Dak right. I'm sorry. I didn't agree with the way we handled Dak from the jump, and it's starting to show. I'm sorry, it's starting to show. He should have said. I was right. I think some of y'all that was arguing me back when he was a rookie need to go and tell me I was right about that, because I don't think we can argue about that no more. We didn't even look like a 12-5. Romo had a couple 13-win seasons, if I ain't mistaken. I know he had one 13-win season. We'd go 8-8 the next year, but we are never prepared for big games. Nope. They both like their numbers the same. They do the same thing in the playoffs, right? So, which brings me to the real problem in Dallas. He didn't have an injury-prone QB in front of him. Which brings me to the real problem in Dallas. I know we can talk about Dak. We can talk about Dan Quinn. We can talk about Mike McCarthy. We can talk about Michael Parsons. Right? We can talk about CeeDee Lamb. We can talk about Zeke being gone. We can talk about all this. But the real problem in Dallas, the real reason this franchise has not won anything in going on 30 years is because Jerry Jones is in the way. That's the real problem. That's the real problem. Can we just be honest? Can we just be honest? Can y'all be adults and be honest? It's time for Jerry, and he made a step in the right direction. Right? He made a step in the right direction, putting Jimmy in the Ring of Honor. But it's been 30 years since you ran Jimmy off, and we hadn't sniffed a Super Bowl since Jerry been gone. And it's been almost 30 years. So maybe it's time to admit that you need a football guy in the building running football operations. Maybe, just maybe, Jerry, it's time to admit that. Maybe you need to bring Jimmy home, let Jimmy run football, and you do what you do with the market. Now, I would say this about Jerry. His marketing team is the best in the business. Nobody markets like the Dallas Cowboys, right? So Jerry has that on lock. Let Jerry do that. And let Jimmy run the football things. Let a football guy run the football things. If he brings Jimmy in as VP of football operations, the culture in that building would change instantly. Instantly. It would instantly change. Because you know what Jimmy about. You know what Jimmy on. And Jerry got his back. So, if you ain't right, you out. If you ain't trying to get right, you out of there. The culture would change instantly. Instantly. And with the talent that's on this roster, they would instantly be a contender. Just that one move. Boom. Jerry say, hey, I'm going to bring Jimmy in. Let him be VP operations of football. I'm going to go over here. We're going to market. Let y'all have it. Oh, it's over. It's over. But Jerry's not going to do that. Jerry's not going to do that at all. At all. Man, so, but he did what we got. My boy Joe said it's a shame we wasted 2 home games. Path to the Super Bowl, at least to the NFC Championship game, just wide open. Just wide open. The difference is Rodgers wasn't hurt like Romo. He wasn't. But that would have been better for Dak, though. We had the injury-prone QB in front of him. He getting out. We could have eased. We would have eventually eased Dak in. Romo was one more back injury away from himself. We all knew that. So Romo, and they got to the point. Romo, I don't think Romo practiced on Wednesday. So Dak could have been getting them first team reps on Wednesdays. It would have been a beautiful thing for Dak. It really would have been. Yeah, the real problem is Jerry. Was it yes sir defense? No, you wrong. Should have looked at someone else, not Romo. Lights, camera, action, man. He put Jimmy in the ring of honor to lift that bad karma. Still didn't work, man. He need to let Jimmy run it and get out of Jimmy's way. That's the only time you won or something. This is when Jimmy was in the building. So, like I said, 30 years after Jimmy left the building, you still ain't won squat. Like, you ain't got close to winning. So, maybe it's time to admit that you were wrong, and you need to get a football guy in there. I vote Jimmy, but, you know, we'll see. But let's talk about what the Commanders did to... Dude! So, the Commanders, they had the Commanders had the Lions offensive coordinator, right? You had Bieniemy in-house, right? And Bieniemy had Sam Howell lighting defenses up. Like, Sam Howell now. Bieniemy called the game plan when Sam Howell threw for 397 yards on the NFL defense. Sam Howell. Right? So, Al Davis 2.0. Yep, you already know. You know this Al Davis Jr. That's who we learned from. Yeah, like, so he went to all these SEC championship games in Kansas City, comes here, right? And y'all gonna make me pull Sam Howell numbers up, cause if I'm not mistaken, Sam Howell put up some pretty decent numbers. Like, Sam Howell put up some pretty decent numbers as a starter. In fact, my phone can ever load up. But I know he had almost 400 yard game against Philly. He threw for another 3-something. He lit us up for 300, which they ain't really saying much now, but he lit us up for 300. Let me see. Trying to go in here and find it. Boom. Yeah, but I think Sam Howell had some like pretty good numbers. Like for the season. Like my boy Freddie said, Sam Howell, who is that? My point exactly. My point exactly. Sam Howell almost threw for 4,000 yards this year. 3,946 yards. Right? So like Sam Howell, like my boy Freddie don't even know who the hell Sam Howell is. Well, he almost threw for 4,000 yards. He was 50-some yards away from 4,000, right? So I think, that don't get you an interview for the head coach's job. Like, I had this nobody QB lighting up everybody. Okay, wow. But anyway, and I understand. Like the Lions offense look really good. They do. But when you got Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jared Goff, Laporta, plethora of running backs, right? It should look good. It should look good. This dude got Sam Howell. All right. So, but I think, the real problem in Dallas is, he need to bring a football guy in there. Jimmy, he need to bring Jimmy home. Y'all see how pissed off Jimmy was halftime of that game? Like, Jimmy was ready to come to work. You know what I'm saying? Dude, quit playing to get Jimmy in there. And let him turn your team around. Because you're not going to win nothing without Jimmy. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand why he just won't face that fact. All right, so, we're finna go ahead and pick these games. Who going to be in the Super Bowl? Who y'all think going to be in the Super Bowl? Y'all put y'all picks down. Let me know who y'all think going to be in the Super Bowl. Because we finna pick the NFC and AFC championship game. Now, I know I got some Niners fans here. I know y'all want to see who I'm picking. Man, y'all really laugh. So, what I don't like is, man, I'm going to have to stop following this. So the Let's Talk Football Mr. Cowboy Nation page, I really appreciate y'all. That page is really blossoming. And I'm probably going to end up being over there more than I am on my personal page. But the episode over there, and they going crazy in conversation over there, but it's not showing up. So I might have followed from the phone. I appreciate y'all. Y'all just watching on Let's Talk Football. All right, anywho. So, what y'all think? Who gonna be in the Super Bowl, man? DJ, hit that beat for me. Would you say, Free? He said, yes, I do, but like he was Roger. No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying he was Roger Staubach. I'm saying he was somebody nobody knew who the hell he was, Frederick. But he threw for 4,000 yards on the Eric Bieniemy. Like Bieniemy literally took a nobody and ran him out there and got him a 4,000 yard season. So with that being said, Bieniemy should at least got an interview for the head coaching job where he clearly showed that he can call offense, right? Now, if you give Michael Penix Jr., what can he do with Michael Penix Jr. if he did that with Sam Howell, right? So, but anywho. Chris Hennigan. Am I pronouncing your last name right, Chris? Night Owl's in the building. Who would make a QB throw the football 60 times? Yeah. Were they getting the doors blew off from Chris? Like, that's not it. We got to see what... Was that in Dallas when they lost 45-10? Like, Mike, you got to put it up. They boat racing us, right? Got to put it up, man. We got to throw the ball. All right. Drop that beat for me, DJ. We're going to go ahead and pick these games. Y'all ain't telling me who's going to be in the Super Bowl. Y'all got in the Super Bowl, right? All right, so NFC Championship game. I'm going to pick the NFC Championship game last. I'm saying it for y'all 49er fans. All right, so AFC Championship game, Chiefs, Ravens, and Baltimore. Dude, I don't know how the hell you're going to stop Lamar Jackson right now. I don't know how the hell you're going to stop Lamar Jackson right now. Like I said, in the game, boss session, threw for 150, 2 touchdowns, ran for another 100, 2 more touchdowns. Then you got Zay Flowers, who nobody can cover in the slot. Zay Flowers killing it and everything, lining up away from across from him in the slot. All these running backs, and they just added Dalvin Cook, who been on the bench in New York all year. Fresh legs. You know what Dalvin Cook about, right? So Baltimore, dude, I don't know. I don't see it. I know Mahomes is the top dog. He the baddest man on the planet right now as far as QBs. I understand all that. But Patrick Queen and Roquan Smith, that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. So give me the Baltimore Ravens, man. Give me the Baltimore Ravens by a tub. Baltimore Ravens by a tub. Well, boy, Chris said, have any QB throw the ball that many times in the hit? I don't know. Let me see. Nah, I ain't finna look that up, Chris. Alright, NFC Championship game. I got the Ravens by a tub, right? NFC Championship game, Detroit Lions, San Francisco 49ers. I got one question about this game. What is the injury status of one Deebo Samuel? Right? What's going on with Deebo? Because if you're telling me Deebo out, I'm telling you San Francisco out. I'm just going to keep it a buck. If you're telling me Deebo playing, and he good, yeah, I'm picking San Fran, right? But I don't think Deebo good. I don't. From what I'm hearing, that ain't looking good. What I'm hearing, Deebo probably not gonna play. So I'm just saying. So if Deebo not playing, I'm not picking San Fran. Right? So if Deebo out, give me the Detroit Lions. And I'm gonna say this: if I'm right, you ain't never seen so many Detroit Lions fans in your life. What you gonna see in this week or two following that? Gonna be a bunch of new Detroit Lions fans. Well, Chris said Lions our championship team 2024. Baltimore, Detroit with a close victory. Nah. I honestly think Baltimore finna smash whoever come out of the NFC, man. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I think, but what I would love to see in the Super Bowl, and San Fran, I gotta give y'all this props. He said Debo good, but they win regardless. Yeah, nah. If Debo, that ain't what I heard, James. He didn't practice today, right? So that ain't what I'm hearing, James. That ain't what I'm hearing. I'm ready. They look good. I'm just saying. I'm ready. They look. If Debo ain't playing, y'all not beating Detroit without Debo. That ain't gonna happen. But what I want to see, since I got you, James. Well, what I really want to see, I really want San Fran and Baltimore in the Super Bowl, because I want to see, just like I said, Patrick Queen and Roquan Smith, dude, Greenlaw and Fred Warner. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, I just watching them two, it was a thing of beauty. The only two guys I can think of that look better are Roquan and Patrick Queen. Right? So for me, that'll be a dream Super Bowl for me. Just watching that linebacker play. You know what I'm saying? Two of the best linebacking cores in this league going there for all the marbles, right? It'll be almost like Josh Allen and Mahomes, right? But I don't know, man. I don't know. Without Debo, I don't know, man. I don't, because Detroit, they hungry. And they can run that ball. Can you dig it? So, I don't know, man. If Debo not playing, I'm picking Detroit. So, and as of now, from what I'm hearing, Debo not playing. So, I guess I'm going Detroit. Detroit Ravens in the Super Bowl. And I already told you, I think the Ravens smash whoever coming out of the NFC. So, I guess I already picked the Super Bowl, too. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Lions, James. I've been picking against y'all all year, man. So, it shouldn't be. I remember I picked Seattle to beat y'all twice. Y'all spoke Seattle both times. So, yeah, man. But if Debo not playing, I don't think y'all getting past Detroit, man. I just don't. All right, so. Man, what we doing? Is it a 2-week break? Hey, y'all, is it a 2-week break between the championship game? Yeah. Dude, I'm not coming in here for no Pro Bowl. I ain't gonna need to lie to y'all, but I'm not doing no Pro Bowl show. I'm not gonna even watch the Pro Bowl. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with y'all, man. I'm so uninterested in the Pro Bowl, it ain't even funny. Right? I am. I'm so uninterested in the Pro Bowl. Yeah, so. It's gonna be a 2-week break, so y'all probably not gonna see me next week, man. Y'all not gonna see me next week. But I will say this, Bama, what it do? It's going to be a good game. I think it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good game. I don't think it'll get left. I don't think it'll go left for anybody. I think it's gonna be a damn good tight game. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sorry, man. If you tell me Debo never got hurt and San Fran rolling, they got rolling us and San Fran completely hit, nah. It's gonna be a smash job. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. That offense is different without Debo in it. It is. It's different without Debo. Ayuk nice, but their offense is different without Debo in it. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta take the Lions, and I think Lions getting CJ back too. So I gotta go with the Lions, man. I gotta go with the Lions if Debo ain't playing. Yeah. So y'all, I'm not doing no Pro Bowl show. I refuse. I would do no such thing. So I'll probably catch y'all. Man, yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all. I might do one pre-Super Bowl leading up to the Super Bowl, then I do one immediately after. I do that, but I'm not coming covering no Pro Bowl, man. I don't care nothing about none of that. My boy Chris said Lions got this Super Bowl definitely if Baltimore Ravens lose in the championship. See, what they beat Kansas City early in the year, but that was without Chris Jones and Travis Kelce. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I don't think they want to see Mahomes in no Super Bowl, Jack. That's nah. Detroit ain't winning no Super Bowl. They may get there, but they ain't winning no Super Bowl, man. I had to see that one with my own 2 eyes. I don't believe that. All right, so I will not be here next Wednesday covering no Pro Bowl. So we're gonna figure something out. Maybe like I said, maybe I do a pre-Super Bowl show or something. Right? Man, maybe I do a pre-Super Bowl show. Unless Jerry do something. You know Jerry gonna do something to get in the headlines. So I may. Thank you, Bama. Bama said we need Debo. Y'all do. Y'all need Debo. But you know, we'll figure something out. But I would one thing for sure, 2 things for certain. I would not be covering no Pro Bowl. It would not be a Pro Bowl show. But we'll probably figure something else out. So I keep y'all in the loop, man. I appreciate y'all coming through, rocking with your boy. We can pull it off and have him for the bowl. Y'all, yeah. Man, I don't think y'all gonna see Baltimore, Bama. Baltimore, I don't know. I ain't got no answer for. I don't know how you stop Baltimore right now. I don't, man. I don't. So I'll probably end up doing pre-Super Bowl. We'll come back, do pre-Super Bowl. We'll chop it up. Whoever playing for real, you know, we'll roll like that. So probably, okay. Yeah, so yeah, we'll probably be same bad time, same bad channel next week. 6:30, 7-ish, my page. Appreciate y'all for coming out, man. Mr. Cowboy Nation challenging y'all not to be good, but to be great.